I was inspired to enroll in the iPEC coach training program for many reasons, but primarily it was just the right timing in my life to be able to take the opportunity to enroll into a coaching program. In various aspects of my life, family, friends, they all said, "Oh, Soraiya, you give great advice," or "You'd be a great coach." And this was just something that was a natural sort of talent that I had that I didn't quite recognize. But I was at a point in my life where I had just moved states and I was in a new surrounding, and I kind of felt like this was the right time or the right opportunity to invest in myself and my own growth and explore what coaching could be for me. So I quickly looked into various programs, and iPEC clearly stood out as the top program. And so it was a very easy decision. But I think what inspired me most was that my friends and family kind of pushed me into looking into coaching more, and it was the right time. So I chose to come to iPEC. And one other thing that inspired me to really take the opportunity to do coaching was that I've always loved connecting with people and working with people. And I thought coaching will always be something that I can enhance that skill, whether I become a coach full time or whether that's something that I just do in my day-to-day life or day-to-day job. And I really wanted to be able to help people explore their own gifts and talents, really embrace who they are, strive to get more happiness out of their lives, because we can always be a little bit more happy. And I just thought, coaching is something that will not only benefit myself, but it'll benefit my friends, my family, and the community that I'm involved with. So I just saw that there was only positivity to me trying to become a coach or learning more about coaching. And that's, I think, another thing that inspired me to take up the iPEC coaching program. So the iPEC training has impacted me personally in many different ways. I'd say that the first way is really my ability to connect with my family and my friends. Just my relationships with my mom, my dad, my sister, my husband. I always had a lot of love for my family, but I even have more love, if that makes sense. I just understand my parents better. I understand my sister better. Now that I have these tools, I can connect with them on a whole different level. I can let go of things that used to bother me about family members or friends, or really I didn't understand why they would say things or why they would do things the way they do them. But the coaching program really helped me understand the nitty-gritty behind our personalities and how certain obstacles or problems were things I created on my own and in my own mind that don't even exist. And so I would say that the first area that the coaching program touched me personally was really with my family and friends. I'd say the second area that I was touched personally by the coaching program was really about myself. My relationship with myself greatly improved. I didn't realize how many judgments and how many assumptions and interpretations and limiting beliefs I held against myself, and I was not my best champion. I was not my best friend to myself, and it was pretty sad to kind of understand and see that during the program. But the benefit of the program is that I now have so much more love and so much more understanding for myself, which really translate into understanding of the human spirit and the human condition, and how we're all walking around with, various things on our shoulders, and we just need to be kinder to each other and kinder to ourselves. And the coaching program really helped me become just more comfortable in my own skin. In the coach training program, we have the opportunity to work with a coach and to coach others. And this has impacted me personally because this year I've really gone through a great loss in my life, and I was in a lot of darkness, and it was a very foreign experience to me. And in life, we go through ups and downs, and everybody knows this, but this particular life event was just so challenging and so rough that I didn't think I'd get through it. And coaching really helped me because the peer coaching and coaching others allowed me to break from that feeling and gave me the opportunity to connect with people that is much more different than how we connect with people in our daily lives. And that was something very different than what we go through normally. And I think that because of the coaching program, I was able to endure and continue and move forward. And I had so much support within the coaching community that although I felt alone, I knew that I wasn't alone. There are a lot of takeaways that one receives in the iPEC program. And for me, I'd say that my three biggest takeaways from iPEC are: number one, to embrace my gift as a coach; number two, to believe in the process, no matter how challenging or how tricky it seems, believe in the process; and number three, everyone needs a coach. So the first biggest takeaway that I had was to really embrace my gift as a coach. In normal society, we don't talk about our gifts and our, passions and these talents that innately we all have. But in coaching, you come to learn that there are all these truths in the world. And one of those truths is that everybody has a gift and a talent. And coaching, especially iPEC, gives you those tools to learn what it is to become a coach. But really, there's a secret ingredient in coaching. And iPEC gives you the recipe and helps you understand that that secret ingredient is your gift and talent. And so the first biggest takeaway I took from the iPEC coaching program was to embrace my gift. The second biggest takeaway that I learned from the iPEC coaching program was to believe in the process. It sounds a little bit simple, but simple is actually sometimes so complex. So believing in the process of learning how to acknowledge and validate and breakthrough laser coaching and visioning and scaling questions and open-ended questions, they all seem very straightforward. But when you put all of those things together, it actually becomes a very complex wheel and a complex cog of different wheels put together to make coaching a successful thing. And when you're in the middle and in the beginning of coaching, it's somewhat challenging. And so you kind of get freaked out, but really you just have to let go and believe in the process, because iPEC is there to coach us and to allow us to learn and make mistakes and grow from that and to become the best coaches that we can be. So just let go, have fun with it, and believe in the process. The third biggest takeaway that I've learned from iPEC is that everyone needs a coach. So in our world today, in society, we don't necessarily have the opportunity to connect with each other without judgment or without just getting advice. Sometimes we need the opportunity to just be heard. So by having somebody acknowledge and validate our feelings is a very useful tool that we just don't have today, and coaching provides that. Coaching provides somebody to be heard, to have a non-judgmental environment where they can just think out loud. A lot of our problems or challenges that we have are things that we have made up or things that are in our head. And without having the ability to explore these things in a safe environment, we get stuck. And I think everyone needs a coach because we all want to be unstuck. And coaching allows us to get unstuck. And what's funny and kind of unique is that although we're learning to become a coach, we need a coach ourselves. We learn the tools and we learn what it is to help guide somebody with open-ended questions, but it's really challenging to do that for ourselves. And when we go through the coaching experience and have a coach near us to kind of walk us through things and have us let go of judgments of even becoming a coach, it is really empowering and empowering for ourselves, but that connection is powerful. And it doesn't just end with the coach and the coachee. It goes beyond that. And I think it's so crucial for everyone to have a coach. So iPEC's peer coaching program really had a profound effect on me becoming a coach. It was a place where I could play and experiment with different tools that we were learning about in the different modules, as well as in our workbook. And it really reinforced some of those big takeaways for me about embracing the process, embracing my own gifts and talents. It was so unique to be able to talk to somebody that's going through the program themselves and seeing what they're observing and what they're learning and what I'm observing and what I'm learning, and coming together about what's challenging or what's really unique or interesting. It was great to be able to play with different concepts so that maybe my peer coach would tell me about something and I would tell them about how I saw something. And that was fascinating in and of itself. And then the other fascinating part about having a peer coach was the ability for me to coach somebody and know that this was a practice. You kind of forget that you're in practice mode and you're actually really connecting with that person and really trying to help and explore something. And it was very real. Although it was, this program where it's like you're coaching somebody going through the program. It was very real in the sense that we got to touch real aspects of their lives and explore that. And it allowed me to build confidence that I know what I'm doing. I'm capable of doing this. I can actually connect and help somebody on a one-on-one basis. It helped build my confidence. It helped build my ability to connect with somebody and empathize. And it also helped me to trust my intuition, to know that I could be in the moment and be fully connected with my peer and not worry about all the other things going through my mind. Just let it all go. Just be detached from the outcome of whatever we were going to get to. I didn't know where we were going to go. I just knew that I was on the path and I was meant to be on the path. And that's where I needed to be with my peer coach. So I really think that it helped me connect with people and help me practice the skills I was learning at iPEC. And it was just a very non-abrasive approach to practicing coaching skills. So when I hear about somebody interested in LPT or the full coaching program, I tell them, do it. Do it now. Don't wait. Don't let any fear get in your way. Just do it. I think specifically for LPT, it is such a unique opportunity to spend that much time on your own self-awareness and self-growth. I actually would love to gift this to people, for their birthday or anniversary. I definitely will be gifting this to my sister because I think she would just love it. And she's in that place where she would get a lot out of it. But I think anybody at any stage in their life would get a lot out of LPT. It is, if you have that innate sense that you want more, or you're looking for something more, or something just doesn't feel right, or, you're ready to explore kind of yourself and what you want and your happiness, and that you're just not at your ideal state, you need to do LPT just for you. It doesn't matter if you're going to use it in your career or if you're going to use it to become a coach. It's something fundamental that everybody should have the opportunity to do. And it's something like where you think about, how much value is in something like this. Well, for myself, I think about, if I want to do personal training or join a gym, what kind of price tag can I put on my health? This is similar. What kind of price tag can you put on your happiness? LPT will allow you to explore yourself and explore your relationships in a way that I've never seen before. And I think that doesn't really exist out there. And this is just something that you will get value over value over value, and it's exponential, and you will be so happy you did it. So you have to do LPT. I would tell somebody, just do it. Don't think twice about it. As for the full coaching program, I think that if you yourself have an idea that you think coaching is something you'd like to do or explore, it is something the full coaching program will allow you to explore it, to not only see, is it something for yourself? Is it for your career, for your life? Somehow, and I use the word destiny, but I'd like to use it in a larger context, I was destined to become a coach. And I think for many people that I hear from, we're all kind of destined to play this coaching part in some way, shape, or form. And so if you have a little bit of that intuition that this might be right for you, I say you should explore it. I have 2 friends right now that I think would be amazing coaches, and one of them actually just started. And it is so amazing for me to witness them blossom into this coach that they didn't think they would ever be, but I knew they would be it. But they had one inkling of an idea to say, oh, wow, this kind of sounds intriguing. This sounds interesting. Let me explore this more. Let me talk to people. Ask to talk to an alumni. Ask to talk to an iPEC master coach. Everybody connected to iPEC just wants to help and just make life better for everybody. And so everybody's willing to help you get the answers that you need to decide if the full coaching program is right for you. And if you ask me, I say you should do it. I would say that my life has changed tremendously from before and after the iPEC program. Just before the iPEC program, I was already on a journey of self-discovery and self-awareness, and I had the opportunity to take up coaching. And I'm one of those people that's kind of very determined. And if I want to do something, I will figure out a way to do it. And I can make decisions very quickly because I rely on my intuition and my gut. And I started looking into iPEC a week before an LPT session was going to open up in my area. And I looked into the program. I talked with different coaches. I talked with alumni of the iPEC program. I just did as much research as I could in like 5-7 days. And I decided, yes, LPT was going to be for me, and I could still decide whether I wanted to continue on with the program. But I knew LPT was the right decision. So I signed up the day before LPT. Went through LPT, had an amazing life-changing time. About 2 weeks later, my grandmother passed away, and I'm very close with my grandmother. And it was a really challenging time to go through, but it was almost destiny that I had the iPEC tools and iPEC coaches to lean against to go through that experience. And 6 weeks after that, I would say that the most profound, life-changing loss that I would ever probably experience in my life occurred, where I lost my twin daughters. And I would say that iPEC was a gift given to me because I needed those tools at that time in my life where I didn't think I'd get out of the darkness. And iPEC was put in my lap, and I was open enough to embrace the opportunity to say, yes, this is something I want to do. I was able to take those tools, and I thought initially I would be the coach for young entrepreneurs because I had recently sold a business, or to strong-willed, empowered women in leadership positions because that's the person I saw in the mirror. And I realized going through this process that actually I am meant to be the gift for women going through a fertility process. I am meant to be a coach that can help anybody endure profound loss the way I am. And it's not roses every day, but I can touch the darkness and I can sit in that feeling of grief, but know that I will emerge, know that I have tools to be able to go there and come back from it. And this program, before this program, I wouldn't have said that I had these tools. I wouldn't have said that I had a strong enough base or character or understanding that the coaching program has given to me. And now after the program, I do have that. And I also know that I have a community that I can rely on. And so I can, when I'm stuck in the darkness, I can quickly send a message to any of my peer coaches or to my master coach and say, help. And I wasn't that person to say, help, I need help, somebody help me before this program. And after this program, I am. And in the sense of a coach, before this program, I was able to give advice and I was able to give my perspective on things. But as a coach after the program, it's not about my advice. It's about the questions and the guiding that I can give somebody to help them explore the solution that's right for them. It's about one's own solutions for one's own problems that we create. And so I would say that iPEC was a gift given to me for personal reasons, but it's now a gift that I can share with others. And the program, no matter what you're going through in life, if it's starting on a marriage, or the change of going through a divorce, or wanting to have children, or observing your parents getting older, or whatever it is, career, life, family, relationships, self, coaching gives us the opportunity, and specifically iPEC gives us the tools needed to be able to do whatever it is that we're meant to do. And so I was able to embrace my purpose of becoming a coach through this program, and iPEC was able to give me this gift.